Hey everyone, this is Daryl Christopher coming at you from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And if I look a little tired, and no, it's at the end of the day, I've been up for 34 hours, but my final mission on the day before I can finally let myself rest and relax is to shoot this video that I've been putting together for the last couple hours, writing notes for, and now it's going to come to you. This, of course, is the Comic Book Haul Review, Episode 7, Part 4, where we look at Magneto from issue 16 to 20. So, let's start off with issue 16. We have a lot going on with my favorite Jewish superhero. It kind of reminds me, Magneto kind of reminds me of the way Jesus would be if he returned after the crucifixion, being totally pissed off by his treatment by humanity, and he's only on the warpath to protect all those who are weak and to make them strong and to give them the life force they need to survive all the darkness and evil in the world. So I know he's Jewish, but to me he is one amazing crusader. And I don't say that as a bad word, because a crusade is a good thing. And there's a lot of good that's been done in the name of the Lord in terms of making the world a better place. Even though with some things like residential schools in Canada, or the harm inflicted upon Aboriginals in the United States, and the spread of disease to people in Central and South America, to basically render entire populations extinct. A lot of terrible things, savage things, have been done in the name of the Lord by those possessed by evil who choose to besmirch the good work of the Lord. And with that, I make my segue into what's going on with Magneto in his books. And the biggest thing we have here going on is his relationship is deepening with Briar Raleigh. He still does not know her true intentions towards him. There's also the matter of who is murdering mutants on Genosha. How times have changed. I remember back in the day when I was really young, and the Marauders were the masterminds and the culprits of the mutant massacre, and almost wiped out everyone who was a Morlock who lived beneath New York City in the tunnels, and the only safe place for mutants who couldn't pass as humans to exist. And in these issues we have the clone Marauders, who are basically programmed to take orders from Magneto and protect the mutant kind that have found safe harbor on Genosha. So we see Magneto's relationship deepening with Briar. We also see that more and more violence and murder is taking place to the mutant kind upon Genosha. There's a huge mystery as to what is the force behind it. Here we have a look of the Marauders, the clone Marauders, working for Magneto to try and discover who is behind the killing of mutants. Here we see the ultimate message of hate, the hooked swastika. Not the lucky swastika of the in world of India, where it's a lucky charm known through generations, but the swastika of the Third Reich and the Nazi Party of the days of the 1930s and 40s of Germany, when they chose a dark path. As we well know, Magneto was a survivor of the Holocaust, and basically that survival shaped his destiny for becoming the protector of mutant kind and believing in their superiority as the true evolution of humanity. And we can understand that. That's why Magneto is such a great villain and why he's such a great hero, because we can understand why he does what he does. And that's why I love Magneto as a character and as the basis for his story so much. He's just amazing. Here we have another Holocaust reference from the evil force that is out to destroy the community, the mutants on Genosha are trying to establish. Keep the furnaces warm, Eric. A clear Holocaust reference. And he knows that message was put there while he and Briar were sleeping, and he has become well aware that this evil force is watching their every move. So very scary stuff. And that gets us through issue 16 of Magneto. In issue 17 of Magneto, we still have the Marauders working to try and find the source of who is behind the killing of mutants on Genosha. It's a sign of the times to see them working as a force of good. I guess like a reprogrammed Sentinel that becomes protective of mutants is kind of weird to go against what it was ultimately created for. So amazing stuff. Here we have a little flashback back to the times of the Holocaust when Magneto's greatest tormentor during that time, Hitzig, is out to make sure that he never escapes the despair, desolation, and destruction that the SS and their final solution, the work of the Reich, is putting upon them in the camps. Here we have Magneto standing up to his own demons that are within him. He can't seem to kill this nightmare. And finally, it comes to the point where all that had been going on in this nightmarish battle with Hitzig was in fact a dream, or one could put it another way, a very deep and scary nightmare. But really, when it comes to Magneto, nothing scares him. He's just out, he's a man on a mission. And then we find the source of what is behind the murders and killings of the mutants. It's actually the unintended consequences of a mutant who has the power of illusion, who cannot control her power, that is creating these nightmare and murderous situations upon Genosha for the mutant populace. And as we see, that ends the specter that is Hitzig. And then at the end we see Magneto left to his own devices and introspective of his own darkness. So very cool stuff here. Here we go in issue number 18. This is a Secret Wars tie-in. And this time Magneto comes together with his daughter, Polaris, who also has the power over magnetism. And basically they're at the time of the end of the world, and they're combining their might in an effort to save their Earth from certain destruction. He summons more magnetic power than he ever has before. We see the forces at work here. He's putting his life on the line to save the planet, to save humanity, to save the people of the Earth. He is going all out. Never before in a comic book have you seen Magneto use and wield so much power. It's pretty damn amazing. I mean, look at that. The power is just bristling off him. It's crazy. We have a backstory with Namor, who went on with the Cabal to survive the end of existence in the life raft. And this is how the issue ends, with Sentinels and Magneto facing each other down. Sentinels from another Earth, but with the same programming as to exterminating and killing off all mutant kind with whatever technological means they possess. So crazy stuff here. that concludes issue 18. Sets things up for issue 19. And here we go. Now they're saying it's the last days of Magneto. They have the little tagline there. And this is the issue where things get even crazier and crazier. We see Polaris and Magneto using more power, wielding more power, straining under the power to save their Earth, to fight off the Sentinels of the other Earth, and all hell is breaking loose. We have a little backstory of what lengths Magneto went to in order to attain the power levels that he required to sustain the Earth that he knows and save it from the destruction imposed upon it by the other Earth that has come into the orbit of the Earth he knows. He's willing to do anything and everything. He doesn't matter the cost to himself or whatever. He's a man on a mission. And in his quest for the ultimate extent of enhanced magnetic power, he is so driven by what he wants that he seeks out the Sugar Man for this pharmaceutical way of attaining the power levels necessary to save the Earth, even if it means his own life. In the issue, the life of the Sugar Man, in spite of helping him, meant nothing in terms of the greater good. Magneto didn't like him at all and disposed of him as quickly and efficiently as one would a tissue that had been sneezed into. He was not even close to the level that Magneto viewed himself as and his place in the world. So that's that. Here we see more scenes of Magneto rippling with power, more power than ever. And at the end, he wants to know the truth behind the intentions of Briar and what she really feels, what she really wanted, and why she helped and entered into an alliance and a relationship with Magneto. So that leads us into issue number 20 of Magneto. Here we go with issue number 20. Briar Rally's true intentions for Magneto are revealed at last. And I think the way the story was told is that her love for Magneto is deep, but she was also attracted quite deeply to the pain within Magneto and the pain that Magneto inflicts upon his enemies. So that was a big part of the story. It wasn't like she was turning out to be some enemy out to betray Magneto. She genuinely wanted to help him upon his path and where he was going in his efforts to protect mutant kind. Here we have more of the struggle to save the Earth and the people that Magneto knows. He's there with his daughter Polaris. We have more backstory with Briar Rally, finding more about her. This is a little ad in the issue, but I want you to know this is the Secret Wars tie-in that I'm looking forward to the most. The House of M. That's going to be awesome when that comes out. I so look forward to reading it. It's going to be amazing. You know how much I love Magneto, so that's the one that I'm looking forward to the most in terms of the summer of 2015, also known as the summer of Secret Wars. And even at the end of the Earth, the end of time, the end of existence, Magneto does not want to see his daughter die, and he sacrifices himself and takes her place between the Earths so that she may live, even if it means the cost and sacrifice of his own life. And as you see here at the bottom of the very last page of issue number 20, this story is to be concluded. So I guess we're one issue away from the final run of this particular Magneto series. I've been there from the beginning, and I give it all an 8.5 out of 10. It's been absolutely awesome. I love Magneto. He'll always be a hero to me. He'll always be an inspiration. He's one of the greatest mutants of the Marvel Universe, and I'm thankful for Marvel bringing the stories about him to me, just your average comic book reader. So, I'm very tired. I'm very exhausted. I'm going to unwind now. It's been almost 35.5 hours since I've slept. I'm tired, but I completed the mission. I finished this video. So this concludes Comic Book Haul Review Episode 7, Part 4, Magneto number 16 to 20. Stay tuned and enjoy all the videos on the Reverie Soul YouTube channel. I'm your host, Daryl Christopher. Thank you, as always, to my awesome subscribers, the comic book lovers who watch these videos, the people bored at work and willing to watch anything, and the people who love random YouTube videos and have stumbled upon this one and want to enjoy and learn more about comic books. Thank you to everyone who watches, and take care, everyone. Bye-bye.